And welcome back. It's an impromptu one. I didn't get this suggestion until it was a little too late. But this was a birthday request for a friend of Nate M. Jones, who asked the question, who won a fight? The Blob, Frederick Duke, from Marvel versus Rufus from Street Fighter. Rufus is a overweight American who specializes essentially in a form of Kung Fu. One second. Where's my Rufus? Rufus from Street Fighter. There is. He is, as I said, he's an overweight American kung fu fighter, but is surprisingly not weak by any stretch of the means. He's a hothead and a loudmouth, and a self-proclaimed rival of Ken Masters. He has basically, though, created his own style of kung fu. Despite his rotund shape, it's actually very effective. It's revealed from one of his win quotes that his technique stems from years of studying various kung fu styles. Books and movies as well. There is movies as well. Many years of studying in China, reinforcing what he had taught himself. His fighting style takes advantage of his extreme weight, strength, and surprising agility. Despite his devastating ability, he seems to not have yet gained the respect of his peers. Also, most likely due to his reasons mentioned above, such as not always calling other fighters Ken. Just being a loudmouth and a head. Ryu, for example, considers his style interesting but too flashy to be effective. I'm not really going to bother going into actual techniques. Now, the reason for this probably would have honestly made it into its own separate video. The problem is he's going up against the Blob. Now, if you don't know the Blob, I mean, you've probably heard of the Blob, but if for those of you who are just standard comic fans, maybe haven't actually gone more in depth into some of these characters and what they can do, you hear the Blob, and what do you think his ability is? Well, he's fat, and he's strong, and he can't be moved. And if that's what you think, you're not entirely wrong about that. But there is a lot more to it than that. What his ability actually is I can't remember how it's described or what it's called specifically, but essentially, he has massive bulk. He does have massive bulk, which allows him massive strength and durability. But his immovable object stash comes from the fact that he's able to basically ground himself to the earth and create a gravitational field around him. This basically makes him immovable and increases the gravity around him. Unless, of course, you're dealing with the Juggernaut or someone like that. But yeah, this is why he is immovable. His body is able to absorb so much of this, shock absorption that he can literally stop a truck. Was it a train or a truck? Can't remember exactly. Barely at about 100 miles an hour and not feel a thing. He can tank things from small arms fire to blades to hammers to bullets to torpedoes. He's so durable. He's also learned to actually extend his body is flexible because of the malleable nature of his skin and flexibility. He can actually increase the size of parts of his body, like his fist, the size of a person, and use it for attacking. He cannot really feel any pain, his nerves are pretty much dead, and he is capable of absorbing people into his bulk, at least temporarily, and then repelling them back. He also apparently gained a secondary mutation, which allows him to kind of melt, which liquefy his body, which is interesting to say the least. But yeah, and he does have some basic combat experience. It's more like just a brawler using his strength kind of thing. But the point here is that, yeah, Rufus is a talented fighter. He's got ability. But there'd be very few people in general in Street Fighter that could move the Blob, let alone beat the Blob, just because of the sheer bulk and size. The people who could do it would have to be people who have abilities outside of just straight combat. One of the weaknesses he has shown is his eyes, ears, all those places are still weak points for him. But beyond that, he is capable of being hurt and pierced by Cyclops' optic blast. So energy-based attacks would be very damaging to him. So people like Akuma and Bison, Ryu, Ken, all of them who know energy-based attacks would be able to put him down, would be able to move him and probably put him down. But this guy is just a fighter. That's all he is. And unfortunately, he's just not. He really just isn't matched up well against someone like the Blob, who is literally has superhuman abilities, straight out superhuman meta abilities that he can't match up to. So Rufus would come, try to take on the Blob. Blob would be like, okay, seriously, can we just... Okay, buddy, that's enough of that now. Goodbye. Bye, fat ass. It's like, yeah! It's like, why you? And then Blob just smacks him down and walks away. That's basically, it'd be a lot of ha, 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 ha. Boom! That's basically what it would be. So yeah, this really is kind of a mismatch, but I can understand why they get paired with they would be paired against each other in a fight. Rufus would get his teeth kicked in. Absolutely he would, I think. But look, this is just my opinion. What do you think? Do you think Rufus would win, or do you think the Blob would win? Let me know in the comments below. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you later.